Hey YouTube, how's it going? Poor Kid here. Haven't done a video for a long time, so I thought I'd do a deck profile on the deck that I'm running at Pittsburgh Regionals here next week. It's closing in fast. Can't wait for it. Got a bunch of people going. Taking 2 cars up. TDT, pretty much everyone but about one person is going from us, and then, well, actually we just got new members, so, and they're not going to be able to go with, but, the main group of us, we're all going except for one of us. Twink, he's got a bunch of shit that he's got to pay, so unfortunately he can't go. I've been trying to find a way to get him to go, so who knows, maybe we'll find something. But, yeah, week away, 8 of us going with us. One of the people with us, Skater BLB, he's not part of our team, but he's a good friend of the team, so we'll give him a ride up and everything. I'm thinking I'm gonna do pretty decently this time. I'm running a more competitive deck than before. Machina was just something. It was the first deck that I ran competitively in Yu-Gi-Oh, so I wanted to go back to it, try and make it competitive. Probably in about a month or two I'll go back, trying to make it competitive again, but I need synchros for that. So yeah, let me get into this deck profile now. It is Monarchs. Most of it's basic Monarch, stall Monarch deck, but I put my own spins on it because I hate net decking, and it's annoying with people that do because it takes no skill to build a deck that everyone is running. Even if you just change one card. I've changed actually a bunch of cards. The idea came from YCS Toronto, person that taught with Monarchs. They taught running 12 Monarchs and whatnot, but I slimmed it down to about 8, and it actually works very good for me. So let's get right into it. Of course, it runs the 3 Caius. What Monarch deck doesn't is perfect in any format. You can get over pretty much anything because it doesn't destroy, it just removes it. So it gets rid of Stardust and whatnot, and it's just a nice 24 beater. I run 2 Thestalos because I can ditch cards from my opponent's hand, like their key cards like a Dad or BLS or JD or something, and it makes them waste cards to try and get it back. Also, it deals damage, and I can also hit their nice spells. 2 Ryzos. Yes, I do have a proxy in this. I will definitely run Mobius if I can't pick up another Ryza, but I don't know, next week I'll be testing both, seeing how both work. But Ryza is so nice because I get to control my opponent's next draw, and if they're top decking, it's basically just GG. And then my final is Light and Darkness Dragon, because of course I run the Frog Fader in here, so gotta run Light and Darkness Dragon because it's so easy to bring out. It makes them waste so many cards to get rid of them. So yeah, that's the Monarchs. 3 Kais, 2 Thestalos, 2 Ryza, or 1 Ryza and 1 Mobius, and a Lad. The frog part, it's very different than normal. Of course, it does run the 3 Treeborns. Yeah, so not much I can say about that. It's basic. But instead of running swap frogs, I run a big 1 warrior. If you don't know what it does, during my main phase, I can send 1 level 1 monster, except this card, from my hand to the graveyard, to special summon him from my hand. It helps for the dead Treeborns in hand. Swap frog, I just didn't like, because you had to, I mean, he's okay, but basically I can just sit here on him, ditch 1, special him in defense, and then tribute him for a battle, for a, Monarch, or if I have a Treeborn in grave, and special, ditch one to special again, and then I have a lad. It's really nice to have. Lets me bring out my Monarchs real fast. Next is the stall or stun or whatever you want to call it of the deck. It runs 3 Battle Faders, 2 Spirit Reapers. It makes them waste like an enemy controller or Book of Moon or something like that to get rid of. Or Dark Hole, like they're outs, kind of, to get rid of them. 2 Trigodius, since it's at 2 now, and then 1 Gorse. Kind of basic staples in this deck. Obvious, nothing changed there. Spirit Reaper might be a different, I don't know, but I threw him in there. And then basically just easy field presence. 2 Cyber Dragons. Jester Confit. I can special summon him in attack. His effect, you can special summon this card from your hand and face-up attack. If you do, return this card and 1 face-up monster your opponent controls to the hand during the end phase of your opponent's turn. You can only control 1 face-up Jester Convict. Basically, just level 1 that I can special for a Monarch play, and I can also use him for Big 1 Warrior. I'm considering putting 1-for-1 in here, but I'm not sure. And then Genix Alley Birdman for synchroing and recycling my Monarchs. And then Sangan for the searches for battle faders or something that I need to search. And then my big, basically, beats card is my Dark Arm Dragon, because I do run a lot of darks in here, and I know how to control my graveyard with this deck. So pretty much whenever I draw him, I can bring him out and make them waste cards to get rid of him, or it's almost GG. So yeah, that's the monster lineup. On to spells and traps. I'm running basic spells. I mean, there's nothing really changed here. I run 3 enemy controllers, 2 Soul Exchange. I was running 3, but I took out 1 and put it in my side, just because it clogs a little too much for when I'm not facing like big monster decks. So that's basically the tributing for Monarchs fodder of the deck. 2 Powder Duality. It's so helpful. I mean, why would you not run it in this deck? I barely special summon. And then Destruction, I have 2 MST, Dark Hole, and Heavy Storm. Again, basic. And then Foolish Burial and Monster Reborn. Actually, I should have a Book of Moon in here, but I don't know where it went. I think I accidentally put it in my other deck when I was screwing around and didn't put it back, so I do have a Book of Moon in this deck. And finally, the traps. Trap Dust Shoot, because first turn, it's so nice. You get to see your opponent's hand, basically to see their play. And then the 2 Solemns. I only got 1 warning from Tins, and then Judgment. I replaced my Torrential with Warning, just because it stops plays instead of letting them get priority and whatnot. So that's the main deck. On to extra, or side deck. I'm running 2 Kaikus for plant matchup, and LS and whatnot. Kinetic Soldier for Sams, because Sams are still decent out there. And 1 Phosphidina from the tin, of course. 1 Soul Exchange, 1 Leeching and Light, because I only have 1. 1 Knock. For of course, it's pretty obvious. Soul Exchange for monster heavy matchups. Leeching the Light for LS and Agents, and then Knock for GKs. Then for Also for plants, 2D fissure with a return from a different dimension. It's really nice because I can have defissure on the field and stops them, and as my cards are getting removed, I can activate return to bring them all back. Kind of obvious, a weird extra deck or side deck, but hey. And then 2 Mind Crush if I'm facing like gadgets or Machina or something, just to get rid of them. And then Curse Seal because I do run a lot of spells for it to work. And if I'm facing Sam's or Dragoonity or GK or something that plays a lot of spells, I can basically just use this. It looks really weird on my camera, like pinkish. Sorry. That's the side deck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 2 spots open. So any suggestions that poor kid can afford, let me know. I know I want a light imprisoning mirror. Dark imprisoning mirror is not good in this deck. But yeah. Then I have for extra deck 1 Gachi Gachi. I don't even know why he's in here right now because I don't run level 2s anymore. He's getting replaced by Leviathan. Let me do that real fast right now. Ow. I hurt myself. There we go. 1 Leviathan instead of Gachi Gachi. I don't even know why I threw Gachi Gachi in here. I think it was because of the swap frogs. But hey. 1 Utopia. Again, I don't know why it's in here, but who knows, maybe if I Monster Reborn one of their cards and enemy controller theirs, I can pull something off. It's just there just in case. And for, because of Kaiku, that's why. Because if I side, or Phosphodina, oh no, Phosphodina, I can't. But Kaiku's I can. So that's why that's there. That's the Exceeds. Synchros, I have 1 Cataster, 1 Gaia Knight. If I can get Orient, he's getting replaced with it. 1 Black Rose, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Stardust, Scrap Dragon, and Colossal. And then Chimera Tech Fortress for the machine matchups, because I'll probably be seeing Machinas and Kakaris. And then my 3 tokens. So, that's the deck. Let me know what you think. This is a pretty long video. I apologize. Make sure to rate, subscribe, like my video, favorite it, comment below on comments on the deck. That's about it. This is Poor Kid. So long.